Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Creative Sush Life. So you're wondering why I'm wearing this outfit? Yes, as you guessed it, today we are going to learn how to drape a sari. Let me get the sari for you. Here I am back with the sari. Take the sari, place it on your shoulders and you're ready to go. Come on Sushma, stop kidding. Let's get serious about this. I'll teach you how to wear a silk sari perfectly. For this, you will need a beautiful silk sari and a lot of safety pins to go with it. You need a lot of small safety pins, a lot of big safety pins, a lot of sari pins. Not a lot, just one sari pin, but yeah, you get it. So quickly go and run to your dressing table and get as many safety pins as you can, especially if you're wearing the sari for the first time. Now let's start draping the sari. This is my beautiful silk sari. It is light green and teal blue in color. So this is the pallu of the sari. Just go to the end of the sari, get the end of the sari and then take one end and go to your right hand side and in the front and start tucking the border inside. Keep tucking the borders inside and turn as you go along so that your sari doesn't get twisted in the path. So just keep turning yourself. So once you reach the front, stop there. Next step, we are just going to take the sari in our hands like this and just turn yourself around in one round, and you should hold the pallu of your sari and we'll start pleating the pallu of the sari. So in this step I'm pleating the pallu of the sari roughly, and since the border and the pallu of the sari is heavier, what I'm trying to do is I'll be using safety pins to just keep the pleats in place. I'm holding all the pleats together near the pallu of the sari, and right there I'm going to add a safety pin which will hold all the pleats together. Since the pallu of silk sarees are a bit on the heavier side, we'll be sectioning the pallu of the saree and then we'll be pinning the pleats section by section. So here I'm adding the second safety pin, as you can see, and I'm placing it on my shoulder. Now the second step is over, so pause and take a deep breath. Next, we'll start adjusting the pallu of the sari, and then we'll take the border of the sari towards your left side, and then as you're able to see in the video, we'll just pin the sari. Now you can add a safety pin to secure it in its place. When you're bringing the border to your front, just make sure the border is not folded and just make sure it is straight, and it should come in a cross fashion. Now in the next step, we'll be pleating the front section of the sari. For this, take the remaining fabric of the sari and estimate with your hand how much distance you should start making the pleat. So as shown in the video, leave so much of a gap, one hand gap, and then start pleating the front of the sari as shown in the video. As and when you're pleating the sari, make sure that you shake off the sari at every pleat so that the structure forms properly. Now hold all the pleats at the distance as shown in the video, and now you're going to add a safety pin over there. Now grab all the bunch of pleats neatly, make sure that they're aligned, and tuck all the pleats inside your petticoat. When you're pinning the pleats, then leave the last pleat alone without adding it to the rest of the bunch of the pleats. I'll tell you why in the next step. In the next step, take your right hand and put it inside the pleats, and then the fabric which was left over from the previous step, just pull that fabric outside, and you can either pin that fabric or you can just tuck it inside as I'm showing in the video, and then tuck the rest of the fabric of the sari as well. Doing this step gives a proper structure to your sari and it looks like perfectly draped. Once we have completed pleating the front section of the sari, then neatly check and see if there is any folds on the sari and just neatly press the sari across to your body. In the next step, we'll make sure that the pleats that we had formed on the top, it should match the pleat which is there at the bottom border of the sari. So we'll just take pleat by pleat and just we'll press the pleats with our hands lightly so that it gives a instant iron kind of an effect. So your pleats at your feet will look very neat and clean. This step will give a proper structure to your pleat when you're having a heavy bordered silk sarees. This step I'm standing and doing, but for you, you can optionally, you can sit on the chair and then you can do the same step so that easily you can reach the bottom fold of the sari. You can adjust the length of the pallu as per your wish. But a lot of friends do ask me that how do I look younger while I'm wearing a traditional sari. So the trick to that is in your pleats. So the smaller your pleats, the younger you look. So make sure that the width of the pleats is a little bit smaller so that you look younger. So for this sake, we are going to redo the front pleats of the sari. And yes, the silk sari pallu is a little bit heavier, so it keeps slipping from your hand. So don't worry, make the pleats again and you'll be good. Especially the last pleat is a problem, so just whenever you get that last pleat and it is not matching to the width of the other pleats, then just tuck it inside and just adjust the other pleats accordingly, as I'm showing in the video. So now hold all the bunch of the pleats and from both the sides just run your hands through and make sure it's neat and clean. Then pin the bunch of the pleats as I'm showing in the video. Now again, making the structure of the pleats, just again in the next section, just do the same step. Hold all the pleats together neatly. Running your fingers through the pleats will make sure that there is an even pleat that is running from the top to the end of the sari. So just make sure you're doing this step So as you can see, the pleats have come through very properly and neatly. So I'm pinning this bunch of pleats again. Since I don't have a mirror right in front of me at that time, so I was not able to correctly place it on my shoulder. But yeah, you can also always look into the mirror and adjust the sari accordingly. Once you have completed the pallu pleats, then you can also add a safety pin at the back side of the blouse. But since here I'm just showing you, so I'm not adding the safety pin. You can also take a sari pin. This is optional. You can take a sari pin and keep the bunch of pleats together in place as I'm showing in the video. So that's it. We are ready with the look and the drape is complete now. Let me just change into my original blouse and here I am. So any special occasion arrives, then now onwards don't crib and don't cry that your silk sarees are just staying in the cupboard. Pull your silk sarees out and follow this video, and I'm sure you'll be looking fabulous after draping yourself in a saree. So good luck with that. So for people who like to take the pallu on your head, as I'm showing, so you can leave the pallu a little bit longer so that it's easier for you to cover your head. So this is also apt when you're in a festival or in a puja, so this looks appropriate. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this sari draping session. If yes, please do give a thumbs up, and I love you all. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.